tried to post something to your social media and you completely ran out of ideas? I know that finding content ideas for YouTube and for TikTok and for Instagram can be really, really difficult sometimes, which is why I'm going to share one of my methods for coming up with those ideas when you just can't think of new ideas. And if you love this, let me know in the comments below because I'll turn this into a series. I have multiple ways that I find ideas for my upcoming social content when I'm totally and completely out of ideas, but this is just one that I've recently used and I think would benefit you as well. So here's the deal. When it comes to creating content and you're totally out of ideas, you've gone through your list, you've gone through everything you need, one of the things that I like to do is to look at other people in my industry and use their content to figure out what I'm going to create. But it's not quite the way that it sounds. So using other people's content is not necessarily jumping in and stealing their content or using their ideas or using their titles or whatever. We know that some people teach that that's bad habits. We don't like that. We don't want that energy here. We want to make sure that we are providing value to people. So when I'm using other people's content, what I do is I go and look at comments on other people's similar content. So I look around at other industry leaders. Who else is teaching in my space or in similar areas? I will go to their videos, but I won't watch them. I won't look at their content. I'll just go down to the comments, and then I'm going to start to look for things that they didn't cover inside of their videos or their content that they're putting out there. I'm looking specifically for areas that those people missed. And I know that because I'm seeing the questions pop up. So someone's asking for clarification on something. Somebody's asking about a topic similar to it or related to it, but isn't the exact same thing. Somebody is asking a question related to it that wasn't answered. And I'm specifically looking for trending questions in their comments. Now, they may have answered in their comments. Other people may have answered in the comments, but I'm just looking for content that I can fill in the gaps for. We want to be looking for things that need those clarification, and we want to be looking for the gaps in the market because our ultimate goal is to fill in those gaps. So let's just say someone who is similar to you has a video on a topic, and maybe those are really popular people. They're going to do really well, and they're going to do better than your content is just because they have a bigger following than you right now. You're going to want to do a spin-off of it or filling in the gaps that they missed or that their audience thinks that they missed. So let me give you an example. If you were looking at me and you were looking at one of my videos, for example, my video on how you can be doing mobile gaming screen sharing on TikTok, one of the questions that I get over and over and over and over and over and over again because people didn't listen the first time was, why don't I have this feature? Now, I answered it in that video, but because people don't always love to listen, they feel like they've missed it. So I created a spin-off video of my own video. And now whenever anybody asks, I can send them to that. But if they're searching for it, if they YouTube it or they Google it or whatever, they're also going to find my spin-off video. So finding the questions that people are asking in the comments are probably also those questions that they are going to be Googling or YouTubing later on. So you're going to be looking for things that people have not answered according to the people who don't listen, or they straight up didn't answer it inside of their videos or their content. You're looking for those gaps and holes and things that you can spin off. Now, I recommend not watching it or engaging with their content. You don't necessarily want to hear their viewpoint or their opinions or their theories or strategies on that particular topic. You want to make sure your words are your own. So I do caution you to not be watching their content if you're going to be creating content similar to it. Now, after you've created your content, feel free. You can see what they're doing. It might even inspire some new ideas for you, but you don't want to do it before you create your content to be very, very clear and specific that you have not encroached on their space. You're just looking at what their audience wants. Now, with that in mind, you don't just have to go and look at their content. A lot of these creators will be putting out things like question calls, or they may just have really great content and people ask them questions because they're an authority. So be mindful of their Instagram pages, be mindful of their TikToks, see what other people are asking and questioning on their platform because they know that person's an authority, and create content for that. You are not trying to steal their audience. You're not going to type in the comments, well, I've got a video on that, or I've got content on that, or here's the answer to that. You're just creating that content and you're putting it out into the world. You've got your SEO friendly titles, so that when people are going to be searching this, they will be able to find your content. And you want to make sure that you are doing this in a very positive way. You're looking to add to this community, to benefit the community, not to steal content, not to steal their spotlight, not to take what they've done and repurpose it for your own, but to make sure you're adding to the conversation. And like I said, this is one of many different ways that I am creating content when I am totally out of those ideas. So if you want more of the ideas that I use this time that don't have to do with other people's content, there are some really cool resources and websites that I use and other places that I find content ideas as well. Let me know in the comments below. Hit the subscribe and notification bell because every single day we're dropping a brand new video to help you level up on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and live streaming, and behind the scenes the tools and resources that you can use to grow your business and save you a ton of time and effort so you can actually get back to running your business, the thing that you want to do, and not spend a ton of time stressing over your social media or your